Hey guys, James here from Table 9 Movies, and it's Oscar season, which means it's a pretty eventful time for me here at Table 9 Movies. There's a lot going on today, including this prediction video, but I'd like to also invite all of you guys to my live stream on YouTube during the Oscars so that you can watch it live with me and my girlfriend. The Oscars are happening Sunday, March 2nd, so tune in on YouTube to watch with us. But first, I gotta predict some stuff. So we're here on Gold Derby, which I've never used before. I've always made my own ballots with my friends, but this year I'm not really close to any of my friends who care about the Oscars. So I decided to do it through Gold Derby this year from some recommendations. So we're gonna start with Best Director. Excuse me. And right now, I have Sean Baker from Anora. He won DGA, so I think the argument's pretty much there. Brandy Corbet, I think, is a great option as well, but I really think Sean Baker's got it. I think this is a sign that Anora is going to be winning Best Picture, and I also just think he had a great speech, so... I'd love to see The Substance win. I think it's actually probably my personal pick for what's the best directed movie of the year, because I love the direction of that movie, even though I'm not the biggest fan of her script. But I don't think that's going to happen. I do believe that the rug has been completely pulled out from Emilia Perez, which is why I have Audiard at the bottom here, and James Mangold holding up the mid. Next, I have for Best Actress, I would love for it to be Mikey Madsen. I think it's the best performance of the year, but I don't think just having BAFTA is going to cut it. So I'm going with Demi Moore. I know the argument that everyone always says the career thing, and then the career thing never pans out, but it does. Michelle Yeoh, Jamie Lee Curtis, these are all actors who have won based on the career. Even Brendan Fraser last year. So I think Demi Moore has it. I think losing the BAFTA is simply a misstep along the way. I will say, if you're going for upsets, Fernando Torres is an interesting one. I watched the Brother Bros video, and they were talking about how you could see an interesting thing of where voting for career, you vote for Demi Moore. Voting for best performance gets split, though, between Fernando Torres and Mikey Madsen. I think that's interesting. And I also think that it's the movie that people have seen the latest. So I think everyone's kind of buzzing about it. So I think there could be a momentum thing there. But we'll have to see. You win SAG, you don't miss. That's the argument I'm going with. I also just think that he's the more interesting pick. He's who I personally want to win. I think people are buzzing about that speech, even though I know Oscar voting is closed. That speech I still think is super interesting because it shows who he is and how people think about him. And I think that it would be really, really cool for him to win. It would be a sort of change in the times kind of thing. And I'd be very excited about it. The argument, though, is, Brendan Fraser last year beat out the musical biopic showy performance in Austin Butler. So there is a precedent that the musical biopic niche, I guess you could say, or shoe-in, doesn't exist. Adrian Brody is giving an amazing performance in The Brutalist, and I think there's a real chance that he gets it, and almost like a probability he gets it. But to be fun, and to be unique, and to be different, I'm picking Timmy. I would like to say Sebastian Stan because I think that was fun and I really enjoyed his speech. And I'd like to say Ralph Fiennes, but I doubt that. And then Coleman Domingo is interesting, but I just think that the Sing Sing rollout pissed me off too much that I can't put it higher than 5. All right, next we have Best Supporting Actress. Easy. Cheese. It's Zoe Saldana, and if you don't think it is, you're dumb. She's won everything up to this point. Ariana Grande would be cool. It's not going to happen. Monica Barbero would be cool. I think she's one of the best supporting performances in that movie. Not going to happen. Isabella Rossellini, sorry. Sending an email and giving a monologue, not going to cut it this year. Especially in the day and age of category fraud that we are in. You can have an hour plus of screen time and it doesn't matter. We'll nominate you in supporting. That's how it works now. Zoe Saldana is a leading actress in the movie. Doesn't matter. She's going to win. I think the Emilia Perez bonfire has somehow escaped her. I think it's partly because of how much people like her, but also how impressive that performance is. She learned how to dance, she learned how to sing, she learned how to rap. So I think that she's set gold and clear, and that would be a good place to put your money. Oscar night. Go to the next one. Kieran Culkin is the shoe-in, though. Nobody else is going to win. Who? Who would you say? Yura Borisov? No. Edward Norton? Not the Incredible Hulk. No, thank you. Guy Pearce? Who missed SAG? I don't think so. Jeremy Strong? Good luck, Buttercup. It's going to be Kieran Culkin. He's won everything. Category fraud. Once again, he's literally a co-lead in the movie. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Is he playing himself? Absolutely. Is he playing himself from Succession? Absolutely. Does anyone care? No. It's a great performance. It gives the movie the energy it needs. And I think, honestly, on this list, it would probably be my personal pick. I'm tempted to go Yura Borisov or Edward Norton. But I think it's Kieran Culkin. Now, best adapted screenplay. This is your second lock of the night. If Kieran Culkin is a lock, so is Conclave. I think Nickel Boys would be an awesome upset, and honestly, kind of an upset that deserves it. I was blown away by Nickel Boys and would love to see it go away with something, but I just don't think it can. Conclave is the script. It does have problems, I will admit, which is, I think, honestly, why I'm kind of confused that I'm so dedicated to Conclave winning here. Because of the fact that, like, legitimately speaking, I think the ending has problems, but apparently people complain about that in the book as well. Complete Unknown, I don't know why it's here, but I have a vendetta against Sing Sing, and Emilia Perez is dead, so, yeah, there you go. All right. Best original screenplay. This is a toss-up between three, arguably four. Let's all not pretend here, okay? September 5th is laughable. This should have been Challengers. Just saying. Made a whole video about it. Just saying. But yeah. I have problems with the Substance script. I think it has some merit, though. I think it could be here. Real Pain would be really cool. I actually think A Real Pain would be my pick. Even though I like Nora better as a movie, I just really like the Real Pain script. I think that's a script that's more interesting and more economic than people think. I think Nora's pacing issues that people complain about come from the script, not necessarily the editing. But Anora is also a really beautiful and wonderful and original movie that I think really does deserve it. And I think it's what's going to win. So that's what I'm picking. All right. Best cinematography. The clear winner, leader here is The Brutalist. But fuck that. Baby, we're going Nosferatu. Am I going to be wrong? Yes. Do I care? No. I love the way Nosferatu looks. I really want it to win here. I will take the 25% chance. I will take the off my ballot. It's going to be Brutalist probably, but I'm going Nosferatu. For the boys. For my freaks out there. Dune Part 2 I have at third. Emilia Perez I have at fourth. I'm going to slide that down to fifth, though, because I hate the way Emilia Perez looks, and Maria won ASC. So there you go. There's my arguments. I would love a Dune win, though. I like Dune a lot. I like Dune Part 2 more than Part 1 cinematography-wise, so. Best costume design. Ugh, ladies and gentlemen, I hate to be the one to tell you this. It's going to be Wicked. Does Wicked deserve it? Probably, actually. But Nosferatu, I think, also deserves it equally as much, but I think it's going to miss it. Conclave, the Pope costume's not doing it for me. Complete Unknown. I've talked about my Oscar nominations, how the costumes in this movie are actually way better than people give them credit. I love the costumes in this movie. And Gladiator 2, I think, could upset people because it has that sort of time period feel to it, the ancient Rome stuff. But it's going to be Wicked. So I actually don't even think it's going to be close in that regard. All right, best film editing. I really would like Sean Baker to win. Editing, director, best picture, aka producer, writing. I said writing. 4. Sean Baker could win 4 Academy Awards. That would be awesome. It would be such an incredible feat, and honestly, he would deserve it. The fact that he did all of that on Anora is an incredible feat that I feel like deserves it. Is it going to happen, though? I don't think so. I hate to chicken out at the last minute for that, but I don't think it's going to happen. Anora has pacing issues. Brutalist has pacing issues. Wicked has people complaining about the editing and the pacing issues. Conclave, though, I don't have any issues with the way it's edited. It's actually an incredible editing job. It's one of the best thrillers of the year, if not the best. So even though I really would love to see Sean Baker go 4 for 4, I don't think it's going to happen. I think Conclave's going to get best editing, and I'm chickening out from my original prediction. I'm going to go Conclave. I'm going to kick myself, because I'm sure I'm going to be wrong now, because I should go with my gut, but I'm not. Because I'm weak, and fragile, and scared, and alone. Okay, let's get to the next category. Best makeup and hairstyling. It's substance. It's not going to be anything else. Wicked has green people in it. A Different Man has different men in it. Nosferatu has a corpse and a prosthetic penis. And Emilia Perez has, stuff. Cool. It's going to be substance, though. It's the only one with a vomit monster. Next category. Best production design. Oh, baby. Wicked is going to get 2. Think about it. Close your eyes. Dune Part 2. Give me your production design thing. Okay, maybe you said Worm. That's cool. Wicked, though? Train. Tulips. Castle. Rotating spinny thingy in the library. There's so many incredible set pieces in Wicked. It's got it. It's got it in the back. Brutalist has a giant building. So I'm going to put it in second. Okay, let me stop for a second. It doesn't just have a giant building. The whole movie revolves around production design, arguably, because it's all about architecture and stuff. But you guys don't care about that. You want the Jilly. You want the silly, not the Jilly. What the fuck? Brutalist, anyways. I think, honestly, kind of deserves to win here. It is a movie about buildings. It's a movie about production. It's not go. Nosferatu, I think, would also be really cool to win here. I don't think it's going to. Conclave, I think, is a great little underrated thing. I think people don't understand how weirdly cool all of the hotel-like rooms in the Vatican look. But yeah, it's not flashy. It's not big. It's not fancy. So I don't think it's going to get it anywhere near as close as these other 3. So Wicked, I have for production design. Cool. Best score. I'm going between Conclave and Brutalist. I think I'm going Conclave because I like Conclave more, but I don't think that's actually going to win. I think it's going to be Brutalist. I know. I'm checking it out. I'm going with it, what everyone else is going with. But Brutalist is probably the most impressive score. It has a chorus. It pounds you in your soul. It works amazing in the trailer. It's sad because I think Conclave has kind of a needle edge thriller score that I absolutely adored, and it's probably my personal favorite score of the year. But I don't think it has it in it, so I'm taking it out. Wicked, I think, would be cool. I don't think it's going to happen. Wild Robot, sure, maybe, but probably not. And then Amelia Perez, like I said, I think is on the seafloor right now, trying as hard as it can to bob to the top. All right. Best song. Now, James, you've been saying the whole time that Amelia Perez is dead in the water. You're right, viewer. Except for one little thing. One tiny little thing. I never said Zoe Saldana's in the river. Zoe Saldana's at the surface. Everyone loves Zoe Saldana. You're an Avatar. You're in Guardians of the Galaxy. We love you. You know what's her big Oscar-defining moment that's getting her entire campaign gassed up and ready to go? It's this song. El Mal. She dances around the ballroom, rapping, singing about how everyone's horrible, dancing. That's what's going to win her the Oscar. I am not surprised in the mediocre ass year we are in when it comes to song that it's going to win. It's going to win. It just is. It just is. I don't think it's a win for Amelia Perez. I think it's a win for Zoe Saldana. That's my justification. Now, as I said, mediocre year, right? Let's all remember here. There were some other things that came out this year. Compress, Repress, Challengers. That would have been a great nomination, don't you guys think? Give me any song off the Better Man soundtrack. Okay, maybe not any song. But a lot of good songs on the Better Man soundtrack. I'm just saying. This is a lame year in original song. Not because of the lack of original songs, but because of the fact that this is the year we feel like giving Elton John Never Too Late a nomination. We give Amelia Perez 2 nominations, which has some of the worst songs I've ever seen, including Mi Camino, which is a terrible, terrible song. Poorly mixed, poorly performed. Selena Gomez looks lost in that scene. I hate that scene. It's like my least favorite scene in the movie. The fact this nominee here blows my freaking mind. Best sound. All right. Dune Part 2, shoe-in, right? That's what everyone's saying. Wrong. Incorrectamungo. What do the Oscars love when it comes to sound? Fast cars. You know what they love even more when it comes to sound? Guitars. Fast cars, guitars. That's the formula, ladies and gentlemen. Let's not forget. That's why I have Complete Unknown for the upset. It won the cinema sound thing. Sure, go for it, whatever. The Oscars have proven time and time again that they do not understand sound. What's the default when they don't understand sound? They go with whatever got nominated for editing. You know what didn't get nominated for editing? Dune Part 2. What did get nominated for editing, though, was Wicked. So, I don't know. Wicked could upset. That'd be crazy. I don't think so, though. I think it's Complete Unknown. I think that's what it gets. Also, Complete Unknown is, generally really well done. The way that they mix the live music is remarkable and incredible. My personal pick, though, you gotta go Dune Part 2. That is a world that sounds foreign. It sounds incredible. I think Dune Part 2's sound design is probably some of my favorite ever. The opening where it's just wow, 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 spice is power. So good. So good. But it's not going to win. Remember the formula. Race car, guitar. Sorry. It's old people. Okay. Last night, I was in the glazing mood. I'm going to be honest with myself. This is not going to happen. I want it to happen. I think it should happen. I think it's crazy impressive, especially when you watch the behind the scenes and realize that the production did not help the VFX artists at all. But let's be honest. Big giant sandworms go stompy stomp. It's going to win. It's 66%. I'd be crazy to predict this. Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes never wins. It'd be cool to see it win. It's not. Wicked looks like dog shit. And Alien Romulus literally has like AI CGI big barf problem with reviving a dead actor. Like it's just not gonna win there. It's cool it got nominated, but it just doesn't have it in the tank. So I'm going Dune Part 2 with the prediction of a better man upset. Also, the Oscars always like give an award to like Suicide Squad or something that's just like weird. Give it to Better Man. It deserves it. Just saying. Only problem with the Better Man theory though, nobody's seen it. So yeah, that's kind of a problem. You need people to watch a movie to vote for it. Best animated movie. All right, I have theories. Last year, not last year, 2 years ago, I went with Across the Spider-Verse. That was last year, wasn't it? I don't know. Yeah, it was. It was last year. I went with Across the Spider-Verse. You know what it lost to? The art house movie. It lost to Boy and the Heron. This year, Wild Robot's going up against Flow. You know what I think is going to win? The art house movie. I'm not falling for the trap. Last year, Across the Spider-Verse was supposed to win, and it didn't. I'm going to be honest with you guys, too. I think I liked Flow more. Flow is incredible. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but it's essentially like a silent film with just these animals trying to survive like a random flood that happens periodically. And it's really remarkable and incredible and an actual achievement in animation. Wild Robot, I think, is following industry trends. The painter-like 3D art from Puss in Boots, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Across the Spider-Verse. I think it has a Pixar-like story. It doesn't stand out to me in the same way that Flow does. My other argument is that Flow's nominated for Best International Feature, which shows that it has legs in other categories. I know Wild Robot also has the same argument with score, and I believe song. I can't remember. I actually don't think it got nominated for song, so never mind, scratch that. But yeah, Wallace and Gromit I'm throwing in there over Inside Out 2, just because I think that that's like something would be hung over from BAFTAs. Inside Out 2, I think is the box office pick. I think it's the one people want to win. It's not though, because it's just not frankly as good as these two up here. And Memoir of a Snail, I've heard it's incredible. I had a friend of mine go see it like 3 times. Shout out to Damien, my boy. But I'm gonna be honest with you guys, not enough people saw it. I didn't see it, and I see everything. What should be here? I don't know. I was gonna say Knees Out too, but that came out this year, so I don't know what I'm talking about. All right, we're getting into stuff that I don't know, that I don't understand. No Other Land. Best documentary feature. I've heard the arguments that it's supporting Palestine, so people are going to be upset and offended. But when I did research into this, none of these really feel like they hold a candle to it. I think if Superman was nominated here, I think that would be the easy, safe win that would get every single Oscar voter out of the bind of choosing whether or not they're going to vote for a movie that supports Palestine. And I don't really want to get into politics, but these things inherently get political. You know how it is. But it's not here. And there's not another easy pick. So if you're uncomfortable with No Other Land because of politics or for whatever reason, you're split between four. And that's why I think No Other Land's gonna win. International film. I'm Still Here. It has the Best Picture nomination. Emilia Perez. Go ahead and take that in the garbage. You know, like, I'd still give The President to Flo over Emilia Perez because it's nominated in another category. And then Seat of a Sacred Fid, I think, is the runner-up. That's the one I've heard the most about, and Girl with the Needle is the one I've heard the least about. But just purely off of, like, you know, if I was a voter and I didn't watch international films, like I haven't this year, unfortunately. Sorry, guys. I normally do. I just didn't have time this year. Like this one, haven't seen this one, but I've heard people like it, haven't seen and or heard about this one, and don't like this one. Pretty easy. All right, shorts are hard. It's either going to be Yuck or Beautiful Men. I just don't know enough. Maybe Beautiful Men. I've heard, I did research though, and I read summary about Beautiful Men, and it's like about a hair transplant or something. I don't know. This is supposed to be fun, but also like kind of weird. Let's go there. Why not? Just follow the odds. There's no need to try to be different in things that I don't understand. Documentary short. Once again, going here. Only Girl in the Orchestra, I think, could be an upset. I'm weak, and I don't have the balls to do it. So, because I don't know anything about these categories. I wish I had gotten around to watching them. I just didn't. Same thing here. Man Who Could Not Remain Silent. That's what I'm going to go with. It's just the one I know. Best Picture. Oh, baby. Best Picture. We're going to start at the bottom of the list here. Emilia Perez. Absolutely no way. If you notice, it's not this way on here. I just don't think it has it, bro. I think it's garb. I actually don't think it's garb, but I think in everybody else's eyes, it's garb. The biggest moment to me, and I might have already said it earlier in the video, but I really think it's true. When it got announced at SAG, nobody cheered. They said the word Gascon, and it was like the air had been sucked out of the room. Guys, it's time to wake up and smell the roses. Nobody wants Emilia Perez. Nobody is cheering for Emilia Perez. People, it's not even if people don't like Emilia Perez, they don't want to talk about it. It's like this Sebastian Stan thing. Nobody wants to sit in a room, even though they like Sebastian Stan, even though they like the performance, nobody wants to sit in a room across from Sebastian Stan and talk about Donald Trump. Emilia Perez is the same way. Because of Gascon, because of the complications and the things that Artie Ard said, nobody wants to sit and defend Emilia Perez. Nobody wants to talk about it. It could be people's favorite movie of the year, and I still don't think they would vote for it because they just don't want to admit it. Which is fine. I don't think... it doesn't deserve to be here. Challengers came out this year. I made a video about it. How many times am I going to plug that video? I love that video so much, and it's not doing as well as some of my other videos. Like, I'm shocked the After Sun video is doing better, which is cool, because After Sun's a great movie. But man, I love that movie so much, and I think I have so many interesting things to say. I would love if more people watch that video. But that's how the algorithm works, is, you know, how it is. That's all right. Nickel Boys. I would love to throw Nickel Boys higher. I just can't. I don't think people would vote for it. They're old. It's so good, though. Like, all right. Hold on. How would I do this? I'm going to rank these based on the ones that I like. How would I rank this regardless of my predictions? We're going boom. We're going... haven't seen it. It's still better than Amelia Perez. This is how I'm ranking it. No, not true. This is how I'm ranking it. Anora, Nickel Boys, Dune Part 2, Conclave, Substance, Brutalist, Wicked, Complete Unknown, I'm Still Here, Amelia Perez. I haven't seen I'm Still Here, but I'm sure it's better than Amelia Perez. So, I would be really happy with an Anora win, and I think it's going to happen. Conclave could upset. It winning SAG Ensemble is insane. But Anora won PGA. Like, it's in the bag. Relax. I think if it wins screenplay, I think if it wins director, it's locked. If we see it win editing, ladies and gentlemen, you know it's cooked. If it wins editing and you can make last minute bets, make your bets on Anora because, baby, it's going to pay off. Now, how would I order things? Ooh, looks a little different. Yeah, I'm going like this, I think. Something like this. Something like this. That's how I'm going. I think Anora's got it, though. I have a buddy of mine who has seen Anora 22 times or something like that. And I told him today, it's like, you excited? See your favorite movie win Best Picture? It's like, absolutely. Gonna go see it in celebration on Sunday. Good for him. Shout out to my boy Parker. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, that's it. That's my Oscar predictions. Hey, let's give you guys a look at everything here. Not now. I don't need to share. I have a YouTube channel. Thank you very much. So I have Anora winning Best Picture. Sean Baker winning Best Director. Demi Moore for Best Actress. I feel like I'm like reading the awards or something here. Timothée Chalamet, Best Actor. Best Supporting Actress, Zoe Saldana. Best Supporting Actor, Kieran Culkin. This is where you're going to make your money, ladies and gentlemen, because this is just happening, whether you like it or not. Best Adapted Screenplay, I have Conclave. Best Original Screenplay, I have Anora. Best Cinematography, I have an upset with Nosferatu. I'm going on that 25% chance. I do not care. I think it deserves it. Best Costume Design, I'm going Wicked. Best Film Editing, I've changed last minute to Conclave, but I might flip right before the show to Anora. I'm like really split on this one. Best Makeup and Hairstyling, I have Substance. Best Production Design, I have Wicked. Best Score, I have The Brutalist. Best Song, El Mal. Best Sound, Complete Unknown, going for the upset here. Best Visual Effects, I'm going Dune Part 2. Best Animated Feature, I'm going for the upset once again. I'm going for Flow. Best Documentary Feature, No Other Land, I'm Still Here, Yuck, I Am Ready, Warden, and The Man Who Could Not Remain Silent. Ladies and gentlemen, those are my predictions. I'm very excited about this year. I'm very excited for you guys to tune in. I'm excited to see if my predictions come true. I'm usually really good at these things, and I feel like this year I am so off-put by how crazy this race has been that I am not willing to admit that it is not going to happen exactly as everyone's saying. And so I think it's going to be crazy. I think things are going to happen. I think wheels are going to fall off buses, and I'm very excited for that. I hope it's in the categories that I picked, but it never is. That's how these things work. I'm still butthurt that Challengers didn't get nominated for anything. In the same way that I'm still mad that Across the Spider-Verse, one of the best movies ever made, did not win. But that's just how the cookie crumbles. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Come back Sunday, March 2nd to watch the Oscars with me and my beautiful, beautiful girlfriend that you can see in this video right here. I was so aggressive. I don't know. Okay, thanks. Bye.